Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Brian from USA.Patriot.Cards on Instagram and here on YouTube. And today I have a little mail day. Have to admit, eBay has been super slow for me, both as a buyer and as a seller. It seems like this summer and last fall, I was selling so much stuff I couldn't get it out fast enough. And it kind of dipped around Christmas and picked right back up, right after Christmas when playoff football came around. But I'm telling you right now, I know this is a notoriously slow time for the hobby, but it feels like I'm not a doomer. I'm not going to say, oh, the hobby's crashing and get out while you can. No, I'll be in this hobby my whole entire life. I've been in the hobby my whole life. I'm definitely not a doomer, but I will say it feels like there's a sea change, whether that is the economy at large or whether that's people liquidating because gas is $5 a gallon, or whether it's just people moving on to the next flip. Whatever that the root of the cause might be, it does feel different. It feels like we're headed for really probably a good thing, which is prices coming back down to where they were before the big resurgence happened back in 2020. Back in 2016, 2017, 2018, you could walk into Target and find Prizm basketball all day long. Prizm football too. Pokemon stuff was all over the place. I was talking to a friend yesterday about going and buying those cello packs of Prizm basketball that had the 3 Prizm packs and then the red, white, and blue pack. And I think I pulled 2 or 3 Luka silver rookies out of those, and they were $20 a pack. I don't know that it'll ever get back to that. The only way I think it'll get back to that is if we have like a couple weak rookie classes in all the sports back to back to back, and no players are driving the sport. Then I can see it maybe getting back to where the Prizm and the Topps Chrome and stuff like that is just kind of anywhere to be had by anybody who wants it. But in the meantime, I've sort of changed my approach because, like I said, I'm a collector. I like to buy and sell sports cards. And going, a couple weeks on eBay without any sales, I can't control that, but it sucks, to be honest. So I've tried to not totally curtail my spending, but I've tried to pull it back and just buy some stuff that's smaller scale, but to me as a collector is just as cool as some of the high-end stuff. For instance, I've been going back and picking up 80s rookies like Mattingly, Gooden, Strawberry, things like that, but getting the Tiffany version or getting the 84 Fleer update, Clemens and Puckett and stuff like that. So those were cards when I was a kid, and you'd walk into a card store or at a card show and you saw the 84 update, Fleer update Clemens card. That's a serious card. The Puckett, also a very serious card. I really want to get an 86 Topps traded Tiffany Barry Bonds. And with this approach, it's less of an investment, of a long-term investment, and more of just scratching that hobby itch, that collector itch. So I'm willing to come down a couple grades. So instead of a PSA 10 or bust, maybe it's a BGS 8.5. I can find all these Tiffany and update 80s cards at 8.5s for 300 or less on most of them. And I've come to find out that I kind of like Beckett for these older baseball cards. I kind of would prefer like a BGS 8.5 as opposed to like a PSA 8 or 9 even. So with that being said, let's dive right in and see what I have. Memorial Day just happened, so I had a bit of a log jam, and I have 4 packages here. Perfect example right here what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is a 1986 Topps traded Tiffany Will Clark. And when I got this card the other day, I think I picked this up for $100, okay? And when I bought this card the other day, I went back and was watching the 89 NLCS. It was Will Clark's Giants, and it was Mark Grace's Cubs. and Will Clark won the MVP for that series. That was when they went on to play the A's in the World Series, and that was the Earthquake World Series. But man, Will Clark was unstoppable back then. And so the Tiffany version from 84, I think, to 90 or 89. Tiffany, the same company that does like the rings and the jewelry and the Breakfast at Tiffany's movie, that Tiffany's, the diamonds, they produced Topps baseball cards. And they're glossy on the front. On these tradeds, it's kind of hard to tell because the tradeds, the natural traded, just the top straight up traded, also has a very bright back like this. But yeah, the backs are brighter, the fronts are glossy, and there were only 5,000 of these. From 84 to I think 86, Tiffany limited the top sets that they did to 5,000. So if you're going to get into the Tiffany market, anything pre-87 is going to be a little more scarce and a little harder to find. The 87 Topps Tiffany sets, I think, were upwards of like 30. I think they had a 30,000 print run. So just know that. These 83, no, 84, 85, 86 Tiffany's are just awesome. And I was glad to be able to get this in a Beckett slab. 9.5 centering. That's one thing that if you are going to, sacrifice, some on the grade, on the overall grade, and get down into the 9s and the 8.5s, it's pretty cool if you can find cards that have 9.5 centerings. I guess that's the one subgrade that means the most, it seems like, to most collectors. All right, what's this? Okay, this. This is cool. So this was I just popped on Whatnot the other day. Let me give a shout out to this Mojo Breaks. Mojo Break. Yeah. Mojo Break. I popped onto Mojo Break, and they were just doing a giveaway in the chat. They did the random like user. I guess they have a user randomizer where this program will randomize everyone that's in the chat, and I won. And so they sent me a free pack of 2021 Topps Chrome basketball, which is really cool. That's what this is, right? Yeah, Topps Chrome 2021 Elite. Is this can't be NBA. I have no idea what this is. Let's see what this is. I didn't even buy anything from them then. They covered shipping and everything, so that's pretty cool. Oh, what's this? Is that a gold? Malik Bowman? See, I don't know any of these guys. I can't even read these. Eisen Alamanza. Here's a rookie, Dominic Barlow. I don't know if that's a gold or not. It looks like a gold to me. Luis Duarte, shooting guard, out of 50, gold. Nice. A cousin of Indiana first-round pick Chris Duarte, Lewis was born in the Dominican Republic but played in North Carolina. He was the number 11 player in his class, according to 247 Sports Composite. Lewis has great length and leaping ability at the rim and the ability to stop and pop with three-point range. Interesting. Wow. So if you can tell me in the comments anything about this set, this player, Do I have something halfway decent on my hands with this card? Man, the struggle to put the sleeve on camera is real. You know, I don't sit around and mess around with. Sometimes one penny sleeve is just stubborn, and sometimes it's the actual user, me. These chrome cards sometimes. There we go. They can see how they're like curved. So sometimes they can be a challenge to get into a penny. Sorry for my dogs barking. And I like to use the card savers because you can get so many more into a white box as opposed to the top loaders. And they're they protect just as well in my opinion. And they don't come out. So definitely a fan of the card savers. Very, very cool card. Thank you, Mojo Break, for the free pack. I'm not on Whatnot too often, but the next time I'm on and you guys are doing a break, I'll pop in there and make a purchase to show my support. All right. Next up is basketball purchase. So I bought this. Actually, I bought it the day that the Celtics closed out the Heat in Game 7. If you don't know much about Grant Williams, he's a bench player for the Celtics. He's kind of a 3-and-D guy, but man, he might not light it up in the box score every night, but he is on the court. He's all over the place, and he can get hot from 3. So I figured, hey, going into the finals, I love the green Celtic rookies, the green on green. I have a couple Tatums, a couple Jaylen Browns. I have a Marcus Smart, 2016 Prizm green rookie PSA 10. It's a pop like 4. It's a really cool card. Maybe I'll do a little video on those Celtic green rookies that I have. But I picked this up. I think it was like $70. Just a cool little thing to add to my Celtic green collection that I have going. I guess we're already to the last. The last one. I know what this is. Yeah. Very cool. 89 Upper Deck Griffey Jr. rookie in an 8.5. And I looked specifically for one that had a 9.5 centering, and they're hard to find. I used to have 1 or 2 PSA 10s, and I remember buying these PSA 10s for around $400. And then I flipped the one that I had when it was around 2K as part of a trade. I don't know what this is because I don't know what 12, 20, 52, 315, 19, 45. I paid $100 for this is what I paid. But I wanted to get this. This is a classic card, obviously. There's a million bajillion out there. But again, I just wanted this card to put in my childhood 80s box. And it didn't have to be a 10. I mean, I think the 10s are going for like $1,700, $1,700, $1,800 right now. So definitely wasn't wanting to make a play that high. Just something that's cool. I mean, if you look at if I pulled this card out of it like a set, let's say, and I looked at it, I would think this has a chance to gem. I guess the surface or something on the surface. Surface got an 8 and the edges got a 9. But the centering is 9.5. Really nice, really great looking card. The difference between a PSA 10 and this here is not much, fellas. It really isn't. So you have to understand you really are paying for the grade, not the card. Because if you put a PSA 10 and an 8.5, this card here, are next to each other without the cases, unless you got one of these out, this magnifying glass, and you really went to town, looked at all the corners and stuff, you really couldn't, I bet, couldn't tell. So some people say, you know, I'm buying the card, not the grade. It's never that way. You're always buying the grade when you're looking to invest. When you're willing to pay $1,700 for a PSA 10, you're not buying the card, you're buying the grade. But I just wanted the card, and it still cost me $100, and I was happy to find a 9.5 centering. And so to recap, I got a couple of these childhood favorites. The Topps Tiffany 1986. Topps traded his extended rookie, Will Clark. That was $100. This was $100. So for $200, you're looking at two really great cards from when I was a kid. The 89 Upper Deck Griffey, both with 9.5 centerings. The Grant Williams PSA 10 Green Prizm Rookie. And then I pulled a gold Luis Duarte out of a Topps Chrome. Man, it's weird to see 2021 Topps Chrome basketball, although this is clearly not NBA. So I had to do some more research and find out what product this is and who these kids are. But anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Today is Saturday, June 4th. Tomorrow is game 2 of the Celtics and the Warriors. I've got a lot more Celtic stuff than I do Warrior stuff, so I'm invested and thereby rooting for the Celtics. Bobby Witt Jr. just hit a 440-foot home run last night, so things are good. The hobby's a little bit down, but we're moving forward toward the Nationals, so that'll be fun here at the end of July. You guys stay safe, happy collecting, and we'll see you next time. Take care.